Effluent can provide a rich source of nutrients, minerals and organic matter to the soil. The characteristics of effluent vary depending on the cow's diet and the use of feed and standoff pads. Department of Primary Industries researcher Graham Ward explains.
I think one of the big changes in mindset that we've had in recent years is a change from regarding effluent just as a waste product needing to dispose of it, but treat it as another nutrient source. And it's important that if we're going to get the most benefit and best responses out of it, that we match the application rate with the agronomic requirements of the crop or pasture. So instead of dumping all the effluent on a small area at a rate that completely overloads the soil, we match the nutrient requirements, particularly the nitrogen and potassium levels, to what that crop or pasture requires. And often that will mean is that we spread a smaller amount across a bigger area, and that way we will maximise our economic benefit as well as reduce any environmental risks.
Effluent in a storage pond can be looked at as a pool of fertiliser which farmers can substitute for bought-in fertiliser. It is important we are aware of the differences between the sludge contained in the first pond and liquid from the second pond.
Look, there's probably two major components with emptying effluent ponds in our Australian system. The first one is the effluent that comes out of the second pond or on top of main ponds, and that's basically just a liquid, and that contains a large amount of soluble nutrients, particularly nitrogen and potassium, that are in an immediately plant available form. There's also some organic matter, but that gets broken down fairly quickly. The second product that we do take from ponds is the sludge that forms on the bottom of the first pond or the bottom of the main pond. And that material is quite different. Most of the nutrients contained within it are in an organic form, not immediately available to plants. But when we apply it to soil, the soil bugs start to break that down and release the nutrients gradually over time. So it forms a very good long-term slow-release fertiliser form, which is particularly useful for crops and pastures. One of the ways that we can effectively utilise sludge from the bottom of the first pond is to apply it to ploughed ground and then physically incorporate it into the soil prior to sowing a forage crop, mostly a summer forage crop. That way we get it into the soil, and then you've got a large stock of nutrients in an organic form, which will then slowly release over the life of the crop, which provides excellent responses and good utilisation of that sludge. We're returning those nutrients, so we're improving the fertility status of the soil, and particularly if we return the sludge that forms on the bottom of the first pond, we're adding a lot of organic matter back to the soil, and that organic matter has a number of different benefits, including improving soil structure, improving the nutrient holding capacity of the soil. It just really improves the soil health, so that's a lot of benefit.
Reusing effluent and solids can pay for itself quickly in increased yields and fertiliser savings.
For an effluent system, a liquid effluent system, we've done work looking at the cost benefits of it, and what we've shown is that a new system, which includes underground mains and irrigators or whatever, pay for themselves within 3 to 4 years in terms of increased forage production leading to increased milk production. With sludge, which is usually done by a contractor and it is quite expensive, what our research has shown is that we do pay for that cost within the first 3 to 6 months. So as well as having environmental benefits and maintaining the system well, it's a good business investment in its own right because it is growing feed in the longer term.
Efficient reuse of effluent over the farm with good systems and infrastructure can save money and boost farm productivity, resulting in more milk in the vat.